Hi, I'm Dixon for the Conflict Discussion Board. I worked on the conflict activity and I chose option 2, which was the character analysis. And we had to pick one of our favorite TV shows and identify as many conflict scenarios as we could and select one to analyze and, kind of go over what style was used, what was the conflict about, and the effects of gender or culture and whether or not that affected the conflict. And also the type, whether that be complementary or symmetrical. I chose Peaky Blinders. And for this specific scenario, it was where the Shelbys, that's the family, they were involved in a trade and they ended up losing all of it was weaponry. They lost all their guns, they got it taken. And so this conflict is between Tommy Shelby and his brother Arthur. Tommy kind of runs the whole, business. He's the middle child. His brother Arthur, he's older. But there's conflict all throughout the show with these two. Arthur's a drug abusing, power abusing. He's crazy. He's extremely aggressive. He doesn't have a filter. He does what he wants. He says what he wants. He's just a bad guy. But in this specific scene, this is right after they found out their guns were stolen. Tommy was just yelling at Arthur, and he kept telling him that he needs to, stay calm. He freaks out way too much, and then they get into a physical altercation, and things were just said throughout of it, and it just wasn't good. The conflict style was symmetrical. Both the brothers exhibited intense emotions, back to the fist fighting, that's very intense. They said a lot of things they should not have said. Even though Tommy tries to manage the situation, it can be an assertive approach, but Arthur uses aggressive tactics, which makes it lean more towards symmetrical. I think that, Tommy is not as aggressive as Arthur, but Tommy is pretty aggressive too, so most of the conflict throughout the show is more so symmetrical between the two. And obviously there was no influence on culture or gender, although I don't know, I guess there could be an influence on culture. I may be wrong, but they are Irish, and I don't know if Irish folk have, I don't know how to word it. I don't know. I don't know if it has an influence because of culture. I think maybe, I don't know if families are more aggressive in Ireland. I'm not as educated as I should be on that. But, yeah, that's it. Hope you all have a good one.